Happy Thursday, everybody. You will notice that I brought my little fuzzy things home. I was a little afraid like mice would like have babies on them or something because that actually happened to Mrs. Smith's desk in the office. Yeah, you should have heard her scream. It was hilarious. She and Mrs. Fakes both screaming. It was great. I mean, I panicked for a second because I didn't know why they were screaming, but then when I ran down to the office and found out why they were screaming, baby mice, yeah, I giggled a lot. But anyway, so I was having horrific images of babies happening on my pillows, so I brought them home. Okay, so explanation of the quarter four book assignment. Obviously, you need to read a nonfiction book. We've already talked about that. And originally, I was going to have us do an APA style research paper. Depending on what kind of profession you're going into, will determine what kind of citations you need to use in college for your college classes. The humanities, English and history, use MLA, which is what you've learned thus far in life. And the sciences, math, science, psychology, nursing, all of that use APA. And for some reason, the Indiana State Standards only tell English people to teach MLA. But then I get students who go to college and they're like, I don't know how to write an APA paper. So I had the bright idea this year of teaching you guys how to do it. And now I have 2 weeks less than I thought I was going to have. So I am not going to have time to teach you how to do an APA paper. And we've already done several MLA papers. Some have been longer than others, but we've done lots of research and cited using MLA. It's pretty much what we've done all year long. If you want to look into it on your own, you can at Purdue's online writing lab, Purdue OWL. And if you want to try to do it, teach yourself on your own, I'm not going to stop you, and I'll throw some extra credit your way. But I just don't have time to do it justice, and I honestly don't know how to do it from afar. Like, you're going to have so many questions that will require individual answers and not a video, so it's just not going to work this year. So, what you're going to do with your book is you're going to write a paper about your book. I want it to be more than a summary of the book. So I do want you to have an arguable thesis, something that you say about the book or about the person that you're reading about, and make that be your thesis statement. And then if you only have the book as your only source, that's fine. You still need a works cited page. MLA for regular points, APA for extra credit. And you are going to need to quote it. It isn't a novel, so whenever you get ideas, even though you don't quote them, you are going to need to do the parenthetical citations where you put the author's last name and the page number for MLA. It's different for APA. I'm going to do some more specifics as we get closer to, but I wanted to give you a general idea before you got too into the book or finished the book. So it's hard to say this is what I want your thesis statement to look like because some of you are reading about people, some of you are reading about events, some of you are reading about scientific innovations. So there is no like standard thesis statement that's going to work for everybody. But when we get to the thesis statement part, I'll talk with you individually if you'd like me to about what would be a good thesis statement. All right. Please email me with any questions that you have regarding the assignment. I don't know how specific to be. If what I've said so far is good, then excellent. I'm glad. If you need more explanation, just tell me what you need to know and I can make another video or I can answer you individually, okay? But your paper will be due the last day of school, May 15th. Mr. Donovan has allowed the teachers to decide whether or not they're going to do a final exam, and I have decided not to do a final exam. So the paper will be like your end of term assessment, but it's going to be worth the same amount as any paper we've ever done before, 100 points. So it's not like this is going to be worth 500 and if you don't do well, you're not going to pass the class. It shouldn't be that difficult because you really only need to have the one source, your book. But if you have more, that's fine. You just have to cite it and put it on the works cited page. Or if you're doing APA, they call it a references page instead of a works cited page. Okay. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. We're not going to start working on the paper until the first full week of May. And some of you will finish it super fast and be done way before the last day of school. And some of you will take it step by step with us and get it done in plenty of time. Okay? All right. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend. And I'll be back here on Monday. Or, nope, lies. Tuesday.